And we are live. What is going on, everyone? And happy Turtle Tuesday.
Are we live?
Yeah, we are live. Like a few
Oh,
minutes early.
2 minutes early. That's
I
unacceptable.
know. Totally unacceptable. What can I say? You know, uh, to be honest, we not too much this week, but a few things we are covering just because we had some like mutant mayhem stuff that we did, and I had some few weeks off that we didn't get around to for the past few weeks. So we're gonna get into that, but first I can tell you there won't be a full Turtle Recall podcast this week because we have not recorded anything yet. We finally did release Raphael Drives Him Wild. Next week we will be doing Beyond the Donatello Nebula. We are soon going to be done with season 4. I'm very happy about that.
Wow, about time.
I know exactly. We're not as privileged as you as you guys go through and did 3 to now then 4 episodes a week for 87. You guys were just rapid firing it. And now even Pluto TV is airing more episodes than we're actually talking about.
Man, I remember when you guys were like the podcast on 87. Can't believe we've lapped you so much.
I know. Hey, we're still the podcast for 87. Do you know?
Yeah, I'll agree.
But it's Tuesday, so you guys did something. What did you guys cover this week?
So this week we dropped our episode based all around the Super Turtles manga, which was the prequel to the Ninja Turtles OVA from Japan. So we got to experience the origin of the Turtle Saint.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
yeah, so that was really cool.
I have scans of that, but all in Chinese, not even Japanese. I might have
Oh,
I might have to hit you up because I've always actually wanted to actually read. I've seen the pictures.
well, we
And
got our version from TMNT Entity. That's Mike Pellegrini.
gotcha. Okay.
So
I'll definitely have to check that out. And also, I just realized because I'm horrible at introducing ourselves. I am Jason Sohail, and I am joined by Ninja Turtle certified expert Mike.
that's me.
That is you. We will be talking about the turtle recall, just the news edition in a few minutes. But that's pretty cool. I can't wait for that. Like I am kind of curious for your guys' podcast. What's your next show that you're planning to jump into? Because I'm curious if you're actually going to do Next Mutation or not.
Well, I'll just have to watch and find or listen and find out because
Okay.
we don't want to spoil that just yet.
Gotcha. All right. All cool and everything. Um. All right. So, before we begin, I do want to. No, this is the. I have not announced this yet, but it. I'm just gonna let you guys know right now. Saturday, or I should say, September 2nd, which is a Saturday at DragonCon, I will be hosting the Ninja Turtles fan panel at DragonCon. I'm really excited to be doing this year. They actually reached out to me this year. They asked me if I was able to do it, and I gladly accepted. So this year it will be at a Saturday afternoon, 4 p.m. Which I'm really excited about. So if you guys are in the Atlanta area and you want to hang out with me and talk about Ninja Turtles, and as I just go through and give you all like the history stuff and everything, people usually have a blast during this panel. They obviously they do because they keep bringing me back. So that's always good news. And one year Mike will actually come to Atlanta.
Someday,
Someday, yeah.
someday I'll go to Dragon Con.
Yeah. As for recording, I'm gonna try to get this recorded. Usually we get it recorded every year. But the person who the person who normally records it is Anna, and like we're still not bringing kids to Dragon Con just only because it's too much of a hassle. Um, and my other person who normally records for me decided he's not going to Dragon Con this year, so I'm gonna try to record it, but it's just a little difficult, just because our camera like stops recording after like 30 minutes, and so maybe hopefully I can get like a volunteer to like watch it for us, and keep it up. But I'll try my best to do recordings for the people who actually want to watch it, after who can't make it out or just want to watch it again after they see it live for some reason. Because we have a couple of those people. The other thing I do want to bring up is this Friday, at on NECA's website, the sewer diorama will be up for open pre-order. It'll be available for 3 weeks, and NECA has not actually officially announced a price, but there has been several people who actually got the information from NECA that said that it will be $299.99 for pre-order. And these will be an open pre-order. You have 3 weeks, so you have 3 Fridays for like because
Yeah, I believe that came from Blaine at PowerCon this past weekend.
what the price or
The price, pretty much everything.
Okay. Because their Facebook page did not have the price. And
So this was over. This was a bunch of people asking,
yeah,
and interviewing Blaine over the weekend because PowerCon was this past weekend,
right.
in Ohio, which that seems like a really good show to go to.
Yeah, like because it used to. I know their main focus is He-Man, but they've kind of like expanded out to like just 80s cartoon pop culture in general. Which I mean, I think I think that's the smarter way to go, because when you go to something too niche, it does kind of like limit your fan base. So I'm kind of glad that they kind of like expanded out. I don't know, I mean, it is the East Coast. It's just unfortunately I'm not just a little more north than I am. I think one year I'm going to try to, just to make it out there. And like honestly, I'm not a big He-Man fan, but I like that all the toy companies come out and like display their stuff and everything, and I kind of want to go there for that in general.
Yeah.
Now, the price point. How do you feel about it? That this is $50 more than what Trevor told Pixel Dan on his interview, back at San Diego Comic-Con.
For me, it always was out of my price range. I don't personally need this. I like the extreme sets, printed cardboard diorama that I have.
Gotcha.
And that's worked out for me. So I wasn't already going to be in this market. I don't have the
street scenes.
I don't have the street scene for this to connect to. So I'm I'm good.
So, I will say for myself, I am planning to pick this up just because I mean, I love like just dioramas. In general, I mean, I feel like the street scene. I remember that was $200. I mean, I can't remember how much. I can't remember how much the channel
The street
3.
scene?
Yeah, the street scene.
The street scene's like $120.
Oh, for some reason I thought the cartoon one was I thought I paid $200 for the cartoon one. Um,
maybe with taxes and shipping, but the car
maybe.
yeah, the cartoon one I think was 150.
Okay, maybe like
But
because I
but the
can't. I
street
can't.
scene they're doing a reissue of the street scene right now,
Oh,
and you can get that on big you can pre-order it on Big Bad Toy Store right now for 120
yeah,
bucks.
because I can't remember how much I paid for um the Channel 3 street scene for like the that San Diego Comic Con exclusive one. I can't remember how
Yeah.
much I paid for that one. I remember that was cheaper than the cartoon one. Uh, and but at the same time, I bought it with those Comic Con turtles as well. So it was kind of like a package deal kind of thing. I mean, like I said, I still want the sewer just because I think it would be a great place to put like my turtles in for like display and everything, especially like when I want to do pictures because I'm not that good at like backgrounds. So I like to have someone else build the background for me, and I'll be so happy to finally like because every time I've been taking pictures for anything, even my Marvel figures, it's been in the streets. So I'm happy to have it in the actual sewer itself. I personally, I am not connecting this to my street scene because the street is already like high, and I get nervous for the figures that are on top. To be honest, the ones that are on top, I have it like just the Hasbro figures because the Hasbro figures they can fall like a foot, and I don't have to worry about it breaking. Um, I don't want to make just I don't want to elevate it any more, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, I don't like. I mean, NECA figures are notorious for breaking when you expose them to air.
Right,
So
right, exactly, yeah. Because like, I mean, I had my Michelangelo. He had his nunchuck spinning on his finger, and that's completely broken because I have a 4 year old, and like he went there and he saw it, he looked at it, he picked it up, he put it down, and that was the end of that nunchuck because like he did what a 4 year old did. And then the thing, the figure fell on carpet too. It wasn't like it fell on and like, but still, like it was very sensitive. And Robert's joined us in the chat. What's going on, Robert? But yeah. So I mean, I'll definitely pick it up. And like, I mean, I think what stinks about it because like I was already had that $300 mindset for it because I was like adding in taxes because now we have to pay taxes for NECA store online and shipping, but now it's going to be closer to like 350 now because of all those fees with it as well. So
yeah,
yeah, and like I mean I hear this a lot is I was like, oh, I gotta wait for my payment. You have like 3 Fridays in there, so one of those weeks you will actually get paid. So like don't go and like start
I mean,
crying to NECA.
hopefully there are some places that only pay you monthly,
Right,
but
right, right. I will say that
um,
most places is biweekly. I mean,
but yeah,
I have a company that's bi-monthly,
but yeah,
or
so
twice a
they
month, I
announced
should
that
say.
too. So yeah, so those pre-orders go live on Thursday the 17th. Also going up with the Surlet is the accessory set.
Uh huh.
So if you missed out on that during
Yes.
Holothon earlier this year, that'll be going up. That should be for $60 as
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
just
That's
the original price.
right.
Um, Kind of related to this, um, Blaine had announced that the turtle vans
Oh
were
yes.
were moved up, and so now they're expected to ship in September, October,
Right. Yeah. I actually
rather.
got my confirmation email that that it's as getting shipped with
So
it.
in related relation to that, um, Blaine did confirm that currently there will not be another pre-order for the turtle van.
Okay. So there.
It seems like the factories that they're using for the van have shifted now to the sewer layer.
Oh, okay.
So as
Oh,
of now, there is no second pre-order.
that's
They may
unfortunate,
revisit that
but
in the future.
I can see them revisiting it in the future. To be honest, I can like if they revisited Token Razar, I can see them revisiting the turtle van and everything. Especially like the fact is, the first design kind of pushed some people away, and and like they probably want to give that second chance for some of those people, and also like I mean, each month you're getting new customers with, especially like with the presence of like like new figures going into stores and that kind of stuff. So I can see them doing a second run on the van. So but it kind of stinks that they can't do a second pre-order yet. um but I'm gonna go ahead and segue that into the next big thing that we got announced today, because it kind of goes into what Robert just said. He just saw the new Ninja Turtles movie and he enjoyed it, which I personally have seen it multiple times. And yesterday, yeah, it was yesterday. Anna and I, we went to go see it, and we had the whole theater to ourselves, and it was amazing. If you can ever
Nice.
experience that, ever, it's like, oh my gosh, like it really was like we got a private theater without paying for the private theater price.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But the uh in 2023, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise already made $1 billion in profit just on merchandise sales. And I mean, a lot of this kicked off because of the Mean Mayhem movie, but this does include like everything that NECA sold, everything that's like like 1987 related, all like the video games that got uh, like, well, I should say like the video game DLC. Just because there was, well, no, there's one video game that was the Apple Arcade. Um, but
What I forgot to check with this was if this included, or what the fiscal year that this covered was, um,
it
because the hardcover for the last Ronin was last year,
right,
and
this was
with
for
that,
like the fiscal year of 2023. It's just that like
well,
I
we're
mean,
still in that. Still in the fiscal year 2023 is what I'm saying.
right,
So
right. It's just that
so
it just
does
reached
this
a
only
billion
cover?
dollars just this year alone. Because like this is like everything from January 2023 to pretty much the movie when the movie started, which was like last week. That's like that's where this article like based this off of everything. And I mean, like, to be honest, like there there might have been other years that have also uh done this. It's just that the fact is, like, this is coming straight off the heels of the movie. That's why like it's being reported, because they have said that between when Nickelodeon bought it in like back in 2011, that like they've actually made,
2009.
was it,
2009.
yeah, 2000, sorry, 2009. Apologize. But like since then to 2022, it's they made like $8 billion in sales. It's just that like this year just by itself, just they've already crossed $1 billion. And like a lot of it is they're counting is because of the actual movie itself, because, well, me and Mayhem has had a bunch of like merchandise out there that's been like for sale, and for that kind of stuff. It's just that most of these articles are kind of skewing it more of just Mutant Mayhem, and but the thing is, like, it is like everything, not just Mutant Mayhem. It's the entire franchise itself.
Which is great,
Yes,
because it really does show that like Turtle Mania is kind of back.
right,
So
right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like this was like, oh, I'm not. I mean, I know the other years have also been like completely profitable for Ninja Turtles. Like, I know 2014 was also a big year for Ninja Turtles because that was like when the Platinum Dunes movie came out, the first one, and that made a killing at the box office. I do want to note is that worldwide, Mutant Mayhem has already crossed $100 million worldwide, and this movie is actually not in every market yet globally. Like some like Australia, I think is like coming in September. Um, it like so like there's still like more going in. I mean, I think this is like this is actually really big news. This shows that there's strength in the franchise. Also, this kind of shows that like Nickelodeon is still going to be doing some Ninja Turtle stuff. And I mean, also let's not forget Ninja Turtles kind of had a slump year, like a slump for a while, um, because of like when we didn't have like a show, and like and I mean I love
Well,
Rise.
turtles needed to go away for a little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
That was part of the
turtle.
problem,
Yeah, part
because
of
we've had four, five Turtles universes since 2011. We've had
right,
IDW, which has been going on constantly. We had the 2012 series, we had the Platinum Dunes movies, and we had Rise.
right,
Turtles, and for that entire time up until 2020, Turtles never really took a break. And
right,
that you get franchise fatigue. And I
right.
think that really is what kind of killed Rise in a way, is that nobody got a chance to breathe between the end of 2012 and the beginning of Rise.
That's what I want to
So
get into, and because like I mean, it is something like I mean, because every time I bring up Rise, and I mean, like I get called a Rise hater, and I'm not. I really love Rise. Don't get me wrong on this. It's just that the problem was like their thinking the thinking was as Mike said, we didn't get a break. It was like okay, right after like 2012, that series was kind of like slowing down, and instead of them being like okay, just give it just like give them a few years, reinvigorate it. They're just immediately like okay, 2012's over. Rise is here, and then especially with the radical changes, like it really was like people are like no, like they just like I we really needed that break and everything, and then of course like during that break, that's when like NECA was making that break was like basically when NECA like took that advantage of hey, let's put out like the nostalgia toys out there, and like that kind of like reinvigorated just the brand for nostalgia purposes of like for like the people more of our age where they're like of like they haven't watched Ninja Turtles since the 90s, and then all of a sudden like they have disposable income, and now they're seeing these action figures, and now they're like and then like I know several people who like started like collecting just the NECA figures, and then all of a sudden like they found out that Mutant Mayhem is coming, and they're like, you know what, I want to check this out because I've been collecting these action figures again. And I think that's like that's like part of it as well, in my opinion.
no, I mean that's a lot of it.
Yeah,
The franchise had a bit of time to take a break, so now everybody is refreshed and ready to jump in. So yeah, no, I mean, every time a franchise is going to go through a major era reboot, because like I think as much as I love Rise,
yeah,
I don't think Rise was ever going to be an era like 2012 is.
no,
Rise, lasted, 4 years if you count the movie, last year.
right,
2020, the show ended in 2020. And so like
yeah, 2020 was
21 was kind of a dead year where nothing but the comic was carrying the franchise.
right,
And so to just kind of it's nice to have that reboot. or that reset era, that breather.
Right.
Um, so yeah, so I'm glad everything's kind of kicking off again.
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely glad everything's kicking off. I mean, uh, my freaking like son has a Ninja Turtles like nap mat, and he's representing Ninja Turtles in his school and everything. But it's cool that we have like all this stuff, and of course like he has the new Mutant Mayhem pillow Leonardo doll, and he loves it. And then I got him all the skateboarding turtles. I had to like hunt down Leonardo. Leonardo was the hardest, like just because like those skateboarding turtles, I was not expecting them to sell out so fast. Like because like Walmart's had just a whole end cap full of them, and I was like, oh, these will be here for a while, and all of a sudden like they were gone. Uh, a few of my Walmarts still has like a few of the strap, and like they're not even Playmates. They're made by some other company. I forget what company it is. Like it's just, they're cheap, and they're actually really well made like figures on top of skateboards that do action stuff. So,
All right.
all
So
right,
what's next?
all right. Uh, All right, so next I'm gonna just be talking about first there's a really big Ninja Turtle game announcement. We are going to get into that, but first I'm going to talk about the smaller game announcements because pretty much Ninja Turtles because of the movie. I'm gonna guess because of the movie, and also because of the other collaborations we had in the past couple of years. I mean, Ninja Turtles has like found their ways in like pretty much a lot of these franchises. Some of them I kind of expected. Some of them like was not. Mike and we already talked about Matchmasters, Roblox, and Street Fighter 6. But believe it or not, there's a lot more. I'm just going to just run these down because The Sims Free Play has Ninja Turtle content. Minecraft has new Ninja Turtle DLC for an adventure mode that's specific for Ninja Turtles. Fruit Ninja has some Mutant Mayhem Ninja Turtle events, and uh, just recently, Fall Guys just announced that they're adding the Mutant Mayhem Turtles into that franchise as well.
I haven't played Fall Guys since it started, so
I've never played Fall
kind of,
Guys.
kind of, kind of wild to still see it like supported because I mean it was popular for like a minute, yeah, but then Among Us kind of took over that
Okay, so they were before,
funny shaped marshmallow person game.
because I didn't know which one
Even though
came
they're two,
first. To be honest,
I don't know which one came first either, but I know they blew up around the same time.
I just know
So
Among Us made that word sus into a thing. Like that's the only thing I know
well,
that Among Us did. I actually have the game on my Switch, uh, and I played it once in my life.
it's fun. It's just it, it's kind of weird. It's just kind of weird seeing turtles kind of jump into Fall Guys. I mean, just kind of all the different collabs that they've been pushing out lately. Like
Yeah.
it's just been wild.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Fruit Ninja to me honestly made the most sense, especially the movie. Like first it has Ninja in it. I want to say they had a Ninja Turtle collaboration back in the 2014 movie. I'm not. Don't hold me to that. I can't remember because that was almost 10 years ago. But like and then Minecraft, I'm like if like freaking Mario and DuckTales can make it to Minecraft, I wasn't surprised that Ninja Turtles were there. Sims, and apparently this is not like the Sims computer game. This is like the Sims mobile game. I've never as I was looking into it, I wasn't like first I didn't know that was still going on. Like like I haven't touched Sims since college. Um, it was never like my kind of game. Uh, but like the thing was like when when I was first looking into it, I thought like people hacked the game with these with the masks because like I don't know if you've seen it, but The Sims like you can get these Ninja Turtle masks where it's like their
Yep.
head. Yeah, I thought people just hacked it, and but no, it's actually like a Paramount licensed thing where you can get like the heads of the turtles and just put it on your human body, and it looks kind of freaky because it doesn't match the actual like care, and like you don't actually have bodies either. Like you just have just the heads.
Freaky stuff.
Yeah, freaky stuff. Um, uh, I mean, when Ninja Turtles was first like going into like these free to play games kind of thing, I was like trying to get all of them and be like, oh, I want to support this and everything. I mean, this like we've just we just gone through like five, and then we've already talked about three other ones. That's too much. I mean, I'm like like that's I'm like some of these I can definitely skip. I have not played Fruit Ninja in years. I think what they have is just a limited time event anyway. And it's like I don't the only one I'm thinking I might get is maybe Minecraft. But at the same like at least because at least like that one has like something that's Ninja Turtle related and it's like more unique. But these other ones, on even says she does not like these designs of the Fall Guy characters. Uh, but another video game. Oh, I do want to talk about because I do want to talk about Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2. This was announced like a couple of weeks ago. We just never got around to it. But the game has been announced, and this one they are. I don't know if they're bringing back every character from the first game, but they are adding Raphael and Donatello, and we do know that April, Mikey, and Leo are returning from the first game as well. So we are actually going to have all four turtles in this new Nickelodeon Smash Brothers clone.
I hadn't seen that they confirmed the other turtles, so that's good.
Yeah, they're both Mikey and Leo were in the trailer. Oh, and so yeah, and like the only one I didn't see Shredder. That's all for Ninja Turtle wise. There's a bunch of other characters I haven't seen that from the first game. Like I don't know if any of the DLC character other than this My Teenage Robot, because I think she was a DLC character. Um, but uh, the game itself it's actually they're actually like improving some stuff. They're improving the graphics. They did, like they're also improving the stages. The stages are gonna look better, and I mean I'm hoping like when they release this, they'll actually come with the voices, because if you remember the first game, like it was very soulless, and then they added the voices, and that made it a lot better. Also, I'm really hoping like they do a better level design, because I was not a fan of the levels of the first game. I don't. Did you ever get a chance to even play the first game? I know we talked about it before.
I know I have it on my PlayStation account because it was free for a month,
Right.
but I did not
Okay.
ever
I mean,
boot it up.
I literally bought it on my Switch. And this one I'll probably buy on my Switch as well, just because I did like the first game enough to play it. I've actually played this several times. My son, he likes to play as SpongeBob, so I'll have Leonardo like just fighting with SpongeBob as we fight against, because I don't fight against my son. I do the whole team up thing. So we'll just fight against like random people and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think it's supposed to come out later this year. To be honest, like when I grab this picture. I didn't actually look if they actually had a date or not, but I know it's supposed to be later this year. It's game from Game Mill Entertainment. Uh, I mean, and I believe it was actually announced during Evo. If I'm like, I'm not like 100% sure about that, but I want to say it was. But I mean, it's exciting. If you like the first game, you'll probably enjoy this game. But I feel like they do. I feel like this game is done a lot better than their racing game, which I still have not bought their third racing game yet. The but that's why I feel. The last thing I want to talk about is the video game that pretty much everyone is talking about, and that is we got confirmation that the Ninja Turtles Last Ronin video game is currently in development, and this is going to be developed by THQ Nordic.
It's it's published by
Yeah,
THQ
published by
Nordic.
them.
It's
And
developed by Black Forest Games.
thank you. That I meant to phrase it like that. Yes. So we finally got a publisher and a developer, because that was the one thing we didn't know from, I believe it was Kotaku that had the exclusive about it.
Polygon.
Polygon. Okay. That had it like a few months ago. Didn't this trailer? It very teaser trailer. There, like, there was
It's not even a trailer. It's a teaser. Like
yeah,
it's a proof of concept kind of thing.
yeah,
If you haven't watched it yet, it really doesn't show anything. If it just shows four candles representing the four turtles,
right,
and then flashbacks to the scenes as the turtles died in the book,
right,
and each candle gets blown out until there's one left, and then
right.
you see some concept art of the last Ronin fighting some Sinja patrol bots.
Right.
So
Exactly.
it's a very atmosphere kind of trailer,
Yeah.
or teaser, more than anything really revealing. But it is the first official announcement that this game is in development, which is funny because when I talked to Tom Waltz last month at Comic-Con, he said he had mentioned that something was coming soon.
Oh, okay.
So kind of funny that that this is coming so soon after that.
Right. Right now there's no date. It's not coming this year, I can tell you that. There's no way that the game is in development, and especially like how big this game is, like supposedly supposed to be. Like, I'm not saying like size wise, but like just hype wise. Like, I'm pretty sure they're not just going to make it in like 2 months and then, like, have it out by holiday. If I had to guess, this is probably going to be holiday 2024. If I had to, like, just kind of like put like something in there. But I will, like, I did notice what systems it was coming for. Of course, there's like PC, which I personally, I don't game on PC. I keep PC as work. And then the other two was PlayStation 5 and Xbox One.
No, Xbox Series X and S. So
okay, yeah,
so these are officially for the current generation of game consoles. So if you haven't upgraded yet from your Xbox Ones, PS4s, and Nintendo Switch, you're not going to be able to play this game, unfortunately.
Yeah. So, yes, they finally got me to finally go and get a PlayStation. I was going to get a PlayStation 5 for Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm 90% sure this is going to come out before Kingdom Hearts 4, because the Square Enix development is so slow on stuff. I'm pretty sure that this is not going to be, like I said, I think this is coming out next year. So probably next year by this time, I'll finally have a reason to get a new system, which I was trying to avoid for the longest time, because I just don't like gaming systems. Like, I like video games. I just don't like to upgrade. Oh, hey,
I
what's
mean,
going?
you can only avoid it for so long.
I
So
know. You can only avoid it for so long. I mean, um, PlayStation 4, I held out a good while until Metal Gear Solid 4 came out because I was really excited for Metal Gear Solid 4, and I was like, okay, fine. Um, I got that, and then like, I mean, I want to. I have plans to get to play Spider-Man 2 because I'm actually really excited for Spider-Man 2, but at the same time I was kind of like I'm not ready to drop, like, especially like the Spider-Man PS5 is like $600, and I'm like, it's like I'm not ready to drop it, and I kept like trying to blame it on like, oh, it's still not available to buy yet, and but now it's like, I mean, PlayStation 5s are like easy to pick up now. I mean, and like, and same thing with the Xbox, but I haven't touched the Xbox in 360, and I have no plans to get another Xbox ever. Like, like honestly, for all you gamers out there, I have there's nothing wrong with like Xbox or anything like that. It's just that I don't play those games like at all. Like I personally I like to play Mario. Like that's why uh I always get the like whatever Nintendo comes out with, I'll get that immediately. But uh, I'm not into gun games, and that's what I felt like. That first person shooter games, that's what I feel like most of the video games out there, especially Xbox. They really do those first person shooter games really well, but they're just not for me. And then but most of the other games, I'm like. Eh. And Endangered Dog has joined the chat. What is going on, Endangered Dog? I haven't seen you in a while. Glad to see you're over there with all the emojis that Anna loves. So, um, is there anything else you wanted to add in about the last Ronin video game?
no, other than we'll find out more news eventually. Like
Yeah,
that is literally everything that is available right
yeah,
now.
that's
So
literally yeah. I mean, supposedly it's gonna play like God of War. We'll find out like when the gameplay comes out on it. I've always said this again because I remember when we were first talking about it when they first like not really announced it, but like when the news broke. I feel that last Ronin would honestly works better as a video game than like a movie or series, only because I feel that video games, the, uh, like the, those skew more for the older audience, and that's mainly because of the price point, of it, and that, uh, while like movies and TV shows in general for Ninja Turtles, that's kind of a harder sell for that kind of content. Me personally, I think this game's gonna be rated teen. Oh, I mean, I've seen like so many people post out there, it's like, oh, this better be M, or I'm gonna be so mad and everything. And I mean, I've read the comic. I've read the comic like several times. It's not that violent. It's like there's really not like, it deals with like death and that kind of stuff, but and like there's like blood, but I don't feel there's like so much to make it an M rated game. That's me personally. I don't know. What do
yeah,
you think?
no, I mean I mean that was literally our tweet was like people people saying like, oh, like I can't believe Nickelodeon is involved with this. And it's like, who do you think approved the Last Ronin? Like, we
Right,
wouldn't
right,
have the Last Ronin without Nickelodeon.
right. Exactly. Yeah,
That
Nickelodeon was the
it's
one who made. Hey, they're like, yeah, you can make this comic about the last Ronin. I mean, oh, no, yeah, like, yeah, because like, I actually, I forgot like Nickelodeon's logo was like in that was in there, and of course their logo is going to be in it. It was like, like anything that's Ninja Turtle wise is going to be. They're going to have like the Nickelodeon thing on there. I mean, I if the game like I'm just saying this, if the game's like not M rated, I don't think it's because of Nickelodeon. I just think the game won't. I personally, I don't think the game needs to be M rated. I don't think I I just the comic itself is. I think a lot more people are making it darker than what it is. It is a dark comic, but it's not that it's not like, oh my god, hide your kids, guys.
It's the same people who read the first issue of the Mirage comic and decided that's how the whole comic is when that's can't be further from the truth. So
Right,
you
exactly.
know it's people. I'm not saying you have to do your research to enjoy this game, but it's like you're setting yourself up to be disappointed because you're putting your own headcanon over what's actually like on the page. So
Right, exactly.
uh so yeah, that's it. I don't got much else to say because we
Yeah.
because we don't know that much. So
Yeah. Honestly, we really don't know that much. But when more stuff comes, Mike and I will be here and to report it for you guys. Obviously, this is going to be a day one game. For Mike, will be a day one game. This will be Jason hesitant. He's going to try to do day one, but he'll probably buy the game day one. He doesn't know if he'll buy the system day one. He'll probably buy the game day one and then go to his friend's house and just play over there because he doesn't want to buy a freaking system. $500 for a stupid thing to only play like 3 games. That's all I.
all right, we're not having another game awards discussion here. So Jason will wrap us up.
All right. To answer Robert's question, Mike and I we did say this. The Black Forest is making the game is being published by THQ Nordic. If you guys don't remember, THQ used to be a company, and then they went under, and then like another company bought them out, and now they're THQ Nordic. That's how it goes. But that's everything that we have for this week. Thank you, everyone who joined us. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Endangered Dog. Of course, thank you to my lovely wife, Anna, for joining us in the chat. And, next week, we will have Turtle Recall will be back with Beyond the Donatello Nebula. If you have any questions or memories, be sure to email us. And we will see you guys next week. All right. See you guys.
See ya.